Hello everyone, my name is Shivam Sani. I am currently pursuing my MBA from NITIE Mumbai and I am co-founder of Library, a mental health counseling startup, which I started within the college campus after opting out of SIPs. So I will tell my story later. First, I will tell what's the motive of this video. The motive of this video is there are many students from various graduation colleges who are quite interested in pursuing a startup, but due to lack of mentorship or due to many kinds of fear, they are currently not doing that. So I especially target this to my juniors in NPTI, which is my graduation college. So I want to first tell about my story. Then I will tell about how I was able to do what I did in my startup, what books I read, or what principles I followed, and what direction I suggest to those students who want to pursue their own startup. So, first, I will talk about myself. So, I joined MBA, but one thing was clear to me that within college, I want to give startup a try. Want to see what kind of capabilities I have, what things I want to learn, and I can't do that just without starting a startup. Just reading books won't do that. So, I opted out of summer internship process and started researching about my idea. And after researching, I got a perspective that, for example, I started in mental health field. So our target was to connect psychologists with clients. And in April, I started my operations, and we successfully got 100 paying clients in 2.5 months. And we continued forward with our initial success, and also we tried uh, getting investment from investors. And this pitching to investors is still currently in progress. And so, what made gave me confidence that as a student with minimal budget and minimal experience, I can startup along with studies. So, I will suggest to all viewers to give a book a try. That is the Lean Startup. Probably I have it. See, the Lean Startup. So, what is special about this book? So, this is for those guys who need a framework in which they want to do a startup. So, what do I mean by a framework? The Lean Startup says that the goal of startup is not just to build what is the idea of the founder, but it is to figure out what the customers like, figure out what is the best business model. And we do this by build, measure, learn loop. So we build a prototype or MVP, and then we ship this product to the customer. We don't think that our product is perfect. We don't think about a perfect design and all. We just ship those things, those features which is essential to learn about what the customer really want. So we will first put the most essential features in our MVP, and then we ship to the customer. We gain the feedback, learn from it, and then improve upon the initial product. This way, we do we start a startup as per this book. So this book is very detailed about the framework that it suggests, and I will suggest that you should read this book and give it a if you want to give your startup a try. See, in graduation period, you have some limitation that you may have minimal funds, experience, etc. But something that you have is time. Even in MBA, you won't get that much of time that you are getting in your graduation year. And that's why I will suggest that graduation is a very great time, and you should pursue your startup. There are some principles which I want to say that is quite which is called effectuation principle, and we learn it as a part of our entrepreneurship development coursework. So first is affordable loss. So as a student, you have to consider that what kind of loss you are able to bear. You should not, even if you are starting a startup within campus, you should not exceed that limit. And don't get into debts and all, and then you will suffer eventually just set a target at this amount of money I can spend, and develop your startup idea around it only. Second is pilot in the pit, which says that whatever environment you are there, try to navigate your journey from there. So I will explain again. In pilot in the pit, we don't, even if you are in a limited environment, you have limited scope, you still try to give your best. Third is Crazy Quilt. Crazy Quilt talks about how networking is quite important. So in Crazy Quilt, what it means to you as a graduate student is you should network more and more, and to the relevant person and relevant industry you want to start your own startup. And after affordable loss, Crazy Quilt, pilot in the pit, there is one more principle that is quite important, and that is laminate principle. For example, if you are getting a lot of surprises in your life, which is you think are negative, still you can make best out of it. For example, you don't get a good placement, probably it's a good opportunity to try your own hands in your own enterprise. And so these principles are quite important for a student, because it gives you motivation, or these principles gives you perspective how you can use your limited resources to start your own enterprise. So there I want to talk about one more thing, that is Mahamandi. So at the start of our year of the graduation post graduation period, we had an event Mahamandi, in which we got toys from various NGOs who are working in various fields, and then we try to sell it in normal environment where we can sell it anywhere in Mumbai. So the target from Mahamandi is that we get a perspective of sales part of our enterprise, because whatever enterprise we will develop, we will at the end have to sell it to the customers. And this Mahamandi is kind of an experience for students to gain how to do sales and how to market your products. So I will suggest to the policymakers in various colleges to incorporate such kind of events, which give students new kind of perspective which they can find in normal coursework. So thanks all of you. I hope these things will help you. These whatever I discussed, and I will suggest again you the book Lean Startup. Please give it a try. Thanks you all.